Welcome to the Horror Junkies podcast, the podcast where we discuss all things horror. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Pat.
And I'm Angel.
And we got Georgie Boy.
Hey, you know
Happy
I'm
birthday,
back on that
bitch.
thing.
Yeah,
What's up?
Taco.
And when our always beloved friend, Jake.
Dun dun dun.
I'm here.
Hello, Jake.
Hello.
And
What was-
Horror Junkies After Hours.
and we're here celebrating George's birthday.
We are, even though his birthday was
3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Holy
George.
shit!
It's my birthday every day.
Oh my God, Pat, why did you hit George like that?
Because it's his birthday.
All right.
I really try hard not to cry right now.
How you guys been? It's a full podcast. There's 5 of us tonight.
Have we done this? Yeah, we've done
No,
this much.
we've done this before, but not in this type of studio.
No, the new studio. Angel, welcome to the new studio. By
Yeah.
the way,
It's
Angel,
very nice.
welcome back from the dead.
I've returned.
He's alive, people.
What is he,
Risen.
Goku? He's gonna resurrect like 7
No,
times?
he can't be
Come on,
Goku.
risen.
when he texted us saying I was alive, I was very disappointed.
It's like
God
Krillin.
damn it.
I'm just kidding. I love my Angel.
Yeah.
Well,
now. You're religious?
Fuck no.
damn, that was immediately silence.
Fuck God.
Well, it's fucking went there.
You calling me out?
All right, guys.
You ain't
well,
no God.
it's week
God
3
damn it.
of Monster. Pat, shut the fuck up.
Sorry, talkative.
All right, guys. It's week 3 of Monster Month.
Yes.
Why are we not listening to Monster Mash right now?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I can't pull it up. No, the Wi-Fi don't work.
Monster Mash.
Oh,
We
yeah.
need a- we need
Patrick's
a
phone's not
video.
working.
was a graveyard.
Of us dancing in
You know,
Monster.
Misfits covered it, right? They did a 1950s album. They covered a bunch of songs
no,
from the 1950s.
no, they did. They did cover Monster Mash,
And it was
really
great.
good.
They also covered double feature, the song, the science fiction song from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh.
So,
Also,
no,
like,
Patrick
you know,
hates the Misfits.
if you haven't like listened to the Halloween EP from AFI all month, you
That is also true. Did you guys listen to the 2 guys from Nine Inch Nails redo the Halloween theme song?
Nope.
Trent Reznor is God.
Dude, it is fucking awesome. I posted it on Facebook. It's pretty good.
I don't go on Facebook.
It's a fucking lie. You share videos all the time.
That's all I do. I look at other people's videos and share it, and that's
a
it.
beautiful
That's
kitty
Like
cat.
my post.
Yeah, exactly.
And when it tells me I've been friends with Eddie for 2 years on Facebook, I post that.
I love that. It makes me admire friendships.
Yeah, exactly. It also reminds me that I've been friends with these people for long. It
Long
also
time.
helps him with birthdays. I didn't know it was George's birthday until Facebook told me. I'm just kidding.
Until George invited us to the party.
Yeah.
You've only been
What is
celebrating
this
my
for?
birthday
Oh,
for like 10
it's his
years.
Hold
but
on,
it's
hold
cool.
on. Can I tell a story? I think that people need to know.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
Please.
what's that place called?
Frickin'
Freaking
Kegler.
Kegler.
Oh God,
So
the pickle story.
if it gets beeped out, like whatever. But frickin' Kecklers, like the bartender at the lower bar, yo,
He's a motherfucker.
you
Is
can
what
go
he
fuck
is.
yourself. So
What if he's listening?
it was a long ass.
I hope
day.
he's a fan.
I hope he is too.
Long ass day, and I drove in, and all I want is some pickle juice. I'm craving pickle juice.
You know bars have pickle juice.
I
on
really
them.
I really didn't even want alcohol, but I was like, I'll go through getting alcohol to get pickle juice. And I looked at him and I was like, hey man, I'll get this beer or whatever. And then I was like, can I just get a glass full of pickle juice? And he looked me dead in the eye and he's like, not a chance.
Nice try, buddy.
And I was just like, what? And he's like, no, I make this myself. You can have a shot of it. And I was just like, well, fuck, dude. Like, what?
He's very concerned about his
Yes.
pickle juice.
This bar is across the street from my house, and I have met that guy multiple times. He's always drunk while he's working, but he doesn't make his own pickle juice, and it is damn good.
Yeah,
but
it's
still,
like-
Well, Jake wished he
Bruh.
had a part of that, but he
well,
couldn't.
now, like, if we go out later tonight, I'm going to ask for a full glass of pickle juice. And if I don't get it, it's going to be one of those situations. Like,
dude, Sly Fox will give you a full giant pickle.
like, one time I was in Tennessee, and
Whoa.
well, no, it wasn't
We go there
Tennessee.
too
It
much.
was some other useless state up in the north. But I asked for a sweet tea, and they said, and it was a bad day.
They
and
said, "Fuck
oh well,
no."
we can give you sugar packets. And I literally almost flipped the table.
You can't.
I was like,
the
that's not how solubility works.
Exactly. The sugar does not melt into the fucking liquid. It just settles in the bottom. That's why I get mad when I go to Dunkin' Donuts and I ask for a fucking iced coffee with sugar and cream, and I had to it's just granulated sugar at the bottom. I'm like, oh, thank you for the diabetes. Get with the fucking times. There's pump syrups now
Yeah.
that have
Yeah.
sugar
Pump.
and flavor.
And then
Thanks, Dunkin' Donuts.
I
I have
was
to
like,
cut
cool.
my foot after this.
Pump the jam. Pump
I was
it
like,
up.
I was like, cool. So I'll have a Coke. And he was like, Pepsi, all right? And I just left.
Fucking, you serve Pepsi products? Get the fuck out of here. All right, I guess we should get back to the show.
Hey, Mike, what network are we part of?
Oh, dude, thanks. We are part of the Phantom Podcast Network, so make sure you head over to downrightcreepy.com/Phantom. Check out all the horrific fucking shows on that network. It's pretty lit, I promise you.
It's dope.
It's dead.
I think this is the first time Mike said lit on the podcast.
No, let it be known on Horror Junkies history.
Just so
I
you guys
said
know,
lit.
I'm gonna go back and listen to every
I'm a-
single thing
I'm
now
a-
and prove you wrong.
I'm a dad. Not really, but I'm like,
are you about to be a dad?
Congratulations! What, you didn't tell us?
guys, I'm birthing a Chipotle burrito.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm
I
not
did
a
that yesterday.
fucking father, guys. Get the no.
I can't wait till you become a father. I'm just gonna come back to this podcast. I'm like, hey, you
Yeah,
see?
see?
Yeah.
Just wait till he gets.
Little does everyone know that Mike talks like a millennial when he's off the podcast.
Yeah.
He says lit.
Yeah.
He says
Boogie.
what do the kids say
What are
nowadays?
these kids saying today?
YOLO.
I'm pretty sure he said doinks.
That's what I said earlier.
Damn.
Mike never says doinks.
So, what fucking era are we in?
80s
80s
and
and
90s.
slashers.
Big time, big,
70s were big slasher time too, but
not like the
80s.
80s.
80s were a fucking slasher.
80s was like,
That's
oh
all it
my
was.
God.
Movie after movie, slasher.
Angel, what do you got to say?
The golden age.
Oh God. Okay.
Wait, no,
No.
the
This
golden
ain't comic
age is
books, bro.
1940.
I don't
No,
know.
golden age
It's
of
my
film was
golden age.
1940.
If it was a golden age of anything, it was the golden age of seeing softcore, soapy camp butts
And titties.
before they
A lot
got
of titties.
killed. Or
Yes.
that was like the thing. Is just like it was you were kind of going for the scary movie, but you're also kind of going for that weird sex scene where they were gonna die right afterwards.
Yeah.
But-
Wait, in the 80s, could we still show them hairy old things?
I don't think.
I'm sure they
I
were
think
there.
that was the
There
age
was,
where
like,
they were shaving.
glimpses.
Or
Bro,
were they
if-
shaving already?
I'll tell you right now,
Or
if
was
my
it-
beard
was a-
is not down there, I'll be mad.
Jesus. I drew some anime titties the other day.
Really?
Yeah, you want to see?
Sure.
I'll show Jake first.
Patrick's
Oh.
posting
Yeah,
his,
that on standby.
posting his phone around.
So I think I'm gonna
Are they
start.
Are they tiggle bitties?
is this Ghost in the Shell?
No, but I
No?
use that as an inspiration.
Is this from Cowboy Bebop?
No.
Okay.
It's
well,
very Cowboy Bebop.
it is
Yes.
very Cowboy
But
Bebop.
Where's the fucking
I
corgi?
I do like it.
Where's Ed? So yeah, this
Ooh, that is a
this
titty.
week we got our buddies George and Jake. We're gonna talk about some slasher films from the 60s. I'm sorry,
Wow.
the
80s and
90s. Damn.
Gotta save it.
And Angel's
Boy,
here.
go home. You're sober.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
I'm
I had
thinking.
some ice cream before I came, so
I'd be pooping myself.
yeah, you would be.
I'm gonna
Well,
start a
you already got that
I'm gonna
burrito.
start a GoFundMe to make
Shit.
body pillows.
No,
Oh,
Patrick, stop.
God.
Yeah, I'm gonna make so much fucking money. What do you mean?
Horror Junkies body pillows would be lit.
No, with anime titties.
I would like to see Mike with anime titties.
Please draw me with anime titties.
Oh,
You're
I'm
supposed
doing
to
it.
draw me as a Yeti first, but second, draw me with.
No,
A Yeti with
Mike
tits.
with anime titties. Sold.
If you
Sold
do
out
it,
going
within
down a
5
weird
minutes.
path.
if you
right.
do it, I'll tattoo it on me. I
I
will.
will do it tonight.
Please. All right, let's fucking talk some. Oh, wait, let's talk some news, Pat.
Ah, shit, I'm not ready.
Yeah. Damn.
He put his
You
phone
had
back
the anime
away.
titties on standby, but
Not the news. It's a short news segment. this week.
Priorities, dude. Come
Someone. Okay, whatever. Now it's time for the news.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see that trailer I sent you?
Nope.
Which one?
Keep watching.
Nope.
That was insane,
Dude,
right?
that was fucking awesome. Did
no one else watched it.
Nope.
No one fucking
Okay.
cares. No one's doing their fucking
Okay,
job
first of
here.
all,
I didn't watch it at
For
all.
any long-time listeners that know,
No.
by now they should know that I do not watch trailers.
Okay, well, let's
So,
include George out of this
fuck all y'all.
conversation.
I'm still sticking with
Okay,
Whatever.
I have an alibi. Fuck
Are
all
you
y'all.
guys okay? Are you guys even fucking trying right now?
You made
Because I'm out here fucking trying.
Pat's mad.
I'm proud of you, Pat.
All right, Pippity Pat.
I have an alibi.
I watched.
Someone told me I should be louder on the podcast, so I'm taking that as consideration now.
Okay.
You can be as loud as you want now. We
Fuck
got the
you.
studio.
Don't be as loud as you want.
If anybody
Anyways,
needs to be
back
loud,
on
it's you.
subject.
Back on subject.
Fuck both.
Keep watching, dude. That movie, amazing.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm stoked.
But will I keep watching?
Fuck George, you didn't watch it. You don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
So is it?
Keep watching.
It's a bunch of kids in the house with a father, right, and a mother. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And there's just a bunch of fucking webcams hidden around the house. They made balloons scary. All the kids walk into the fucking like hallway at night, and the lights. There's some shit going on in the studio right now. That
I wish we videotaped our fucking podcast.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
But these kids walk into the hallway and the lights like turn off, but when they turn back on, there's fucking a balloon bouquet just hanging out and shit.
Is it
It's
Pennywise?
creepy. And it says, "We're watching you."
Yeah. It's like this crazy
We're
concept.
plural. We're watching.
It's like this
movies.
cool,
Oof.
crazy concept that I could see like potentially starting a new era of horror movies about technology.
Well, I mean,
it's always been there,
The
but-
Good Neighbor did it, where those kids pranked the old man across the street.
Oh, yeah, I remember
It's on
that.
Netflix. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Was it good? I enjoyed it. It was fun because they put in all these fucking cameras.
I
It's
can't
on my
remember what
list.
the lead actor,
No, I can't
the
either.
kid, but he did that. He did the other show, Atypical too.
Yeah.
I love him as an actor.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
But that movie, they install like cameras in this old man's house, and they like trying to make him think that he's haunted. So they like stage all these haunting shits, moving his furniture and whatnot. But yeah, I agree with you. It's gonna move. I think horror movies moving along with technology. We're gonna see a lot of movies that use it, like Pulse. You guys ever seen the original Pulse?
No.
By Kaiwasawa,
The Japanese film,
the
right?
Japanese film.
Yeah, that was a crazy movie.
I didn't like it, but I like the story and the plot behind it and the social commentaries. But yeah, keep watching is gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait to watch that movie.
Is it by the people that made Your Next? Because the names are very similar.
You know, it has a similar feel to it.
It does. It
Like,
does.
like they're watching, like they're like.
It's from the person that made
The
Inside.
fuck you mean you didn't see the trailer?
Well, I don't know. I'm just going off what Mike told me. All right.
Well, that was a good guess because it is. When I watched the trailer, it did remind me of like Your
Boom.
Next.
See, I don't need to watch trailers. 'Cause
George-
I got it.
George with his fucking floral polo is the son of Sam.
Fuck,
Because
George.
I'm ready to go fucking pound some bears in my breast,
Bruh. What's the next? I hate him so much. What's the next
really
one
not
you
fat,
want to talk
please.
about, Pat?
We got new clips of Leatherface, which is still making me more excited for this
there's
new one.
clips.
More clips.
Yeah, dude,
More
I love
clips.
Friday the 13th.
Leatherface, you fuckheads.
I
Yeah,
need
Friday
to-
the 13th. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I got it mixed up. I get it mixed up with a Nightmare on Elm Street a lot. Sorry.
Lightmare on Elm Street.
I wish he was working tonight.
thought he was.
It would have been just nice, just Jake.
No, dude, I
didn't like the
Oh,
two
wow.
J fuck.
that fucking
You could've
trailer.
just not picked me up.
Sometimes just can't even. That trailer was pretty sweet. It's got a bad review on Rotten Tomatoes already, though.
What, Leatherface?
Yeah, it's got like a 45. I think it's sitting at 47
True.
because it's already came out on DirectTV. We don't get it VOD until October 22nd or 21st. So soon we'll get to see it. But
Yeah.
so far, what it's rated off of DirectTV, it has a pretty low Rotten Tomato score. Don't give a shit. Still gonna watch it.
Yeah, I gotta go see it.
Because the 2003 had the low score too.
Well, that's the actual other one, right? That's like not the shitty one.
Yeah, because
03, I remember that. Yeah, I remember it now. There it is. But
My head hurts.
I want to see that pig head in real life.
What?
The pig head. I mean, the cow head.
Yeah.
That
Go to
looks
Halloween
sick.
Hornets,
How does that
man.
kid? He's like little. How does he holding that giant cow head on his fucking little skull?
I
don't know.
And that chainsaw is huge.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and holding a cow head, and it wasn't that heavy.
Yeah?
You know?
On your head?
But-
You wore a cow head?
Well, no, I picked it up and then we put it in the ground, and then we cooked it and then we ate it, and then
That's fucking metal.
this was this was
That's
before,
very non-vegan of you.
This was much before I was vegan, but
This is when he was fucking carnivore.
yeah, this
to
is
the extreme.
this is Hispanic family stuff. You know, they just cut a fucking cow's head off and
Put
then
that bitch on the grill.
they just put it in tin foil and bury it.
They also eat any part of the fucking
That sounds good
animal.
as fuck, though.
it like
I've seen that form
back
of
then
cooking. It looks
yeah.
awesome.
Back then, it was good. Yeah.
It's like a more artistic style when you think about it, and very symbolic to nature.
That story reminded me one time I went to my mom's friend's family's house.
Always with the fucking mom and his friends.
It's the same lady, too.
Telemundo!
The same lady
He's
that I
obsessed
watched
with his mom.
Telemundo Chucky
That
at.
was so loud.
Good.
They had a pig's heart in a fucking container that I found, and it was like one of those ceramic containers. So I went to open it. It was just a heart, and I was like I got scared and I walked away.
Did you lick it?
No,
I would have.
it smelled weird.
All right, that's weird.
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
weird.
Whose phone isn't on silent?
I
They're
think
getting
it's
punched.
Pat's. And then
We don't do that shit no more. We don't care.
All right, and what's
Pat, is
the
it your
fucking
birthday?
last?
We don't. That's not the last.
There's more. You only sent me 3 things.
Oh, there's more. I just sent you the trailers you needed to watch. I
Oh,
like to keep it spicy.
okay.
Is there any more news?
Yeah, there is. So apparently you can watch Amityville Horror: The Awakening on Google Play for a limited time.
I don't care.
Yeah, I just thought that would be cool to discuss.
Is Ryan Reynolds in that one?
No.
It's it shows you how much
Well,
lack
we didn't
of
get
faith they have in that movie.
We were supposed to get it in theaters, and it just
I don't
got
kn-
canceled.
I don't know why they keep trying to reprise that. It just it never works
it-
really that well, and
It's the one series that really did not work out well. Like for sequels.
the only
Yeah.
thing I want to see coming out of anything named Amity is a big fucking shark. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I second that.
Sharknado 37. It's gonna be like now, it never is.
If it doesn't hit 37, I will riot.
Excellent.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
keeping you
Happy Death Day made fucking $26.5 million in the box office weekend.
which is surprising.
Did anybody see
Really?
it?
I'm
No.
fucking pissed.
I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't.
I'm gonna
know.
go see it tomorrow. You want to come?
Yeah, we're going.
Maybe. I think the Snowman comes out.
Yeah, I'm
tomorrow.
down.
Oh fuck, we gotta go see Snowman.
Snowman looks good. Snowman's
Snowman's
really,
gonna be fucking
really
lit.
good.
Oh, I said it again.
Horror Junkies double feature.
Do it.
It doesn't
Do
snow
it.
in Florida.
Who got
guys.
money?
You guys are crazy.
Who's got the money?
Can we
So
start a
could just
GoFundMe
movie
now?
hop like a bunch of 14-year-olds.
If you
Please
just
donate.
But no, I was actually like some podcast I listened to, they went and saw it and they were like, the story was actually good, the characters were good, like
Yeah.
we enjoyed this fucking film.
Didn't
And
it come out the same day as it came out Friday the 13th, right?
a lot of films came out Friday the 13th.
Yeah, like American
American Satan.
American Satan came out. I haven't seen that yet.
I'm
Need to see
trying.
it.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
It's playing at AMC.
And Netflix's Babysitter, which I haven't seen yet.
Oh my god, dude.
I've
Yo,
been
I
hearing
watched it
terrible
last
things.
night.
Talk about such an amazing film.
Dude.
Funny,
It was awesome.
a tribute, a love letter to slashers.
Really?
I feel like
It almost really was. It was like so like mind numbing and like the way that like everything happened, but at the same time.
I'm upset. I thought Jake was taking a picture of me and he wasn't.
But like at the same time, dude, I was just so well done. The shots were beautiful. Like obviously it was really blatantly like it was almost like a Cabin in the Woods. It was
Oh,
like
dude,
it was like a stab at like everything.
was.
The
It was
genre
funny.
was supposed to be.
It pulled a lot of comical aspects, which were fun because they weren't overdone and they weren't like, you know, when like sometimes comedy is just like, it's not really funny at all. It's kind of like,
It's like forced.
yeah, it's forced,
Yeah.
but this felt like natural almost. It was good.
But the other cool thing that I really liked about it was that for people like us that like are constantly watching, you know, this type of genre, like for us it's comedic. I feel like for people that aren't really used to that kind of genre and like going in as a casual viewer, it's not as much comedic as it is like, oh shit, like people are fucking dying and shit.
Yeah.
Like what
In
the
cool
fuck?
ways,
and like there's a
too.
lot of like suspenseful like moments where you're just like, oh shit, like
If
They're
I-
watching it as a regular horror movie. As for like fans like us,
Yes.
they're gonna be watching it as like a.
analytically, like we're
Yeah.
gonna analyze
it was like a Home Alone type
Yeah,
of shit.
it really
It
was.
felt like Home Alone, but with blood.
So it's just.
But yeah.
So it is a love letter for like the slasher
Yeah.
lovers.
Yeah.
True. I would fuck.
Enjoy,
hell yeah.
watch it. It's
I
on
can't
Netflix,
wait.
guys. Just pick it up. Like,
I'm gonna
just-
watch it. I'm probably gonna watch it
just
tomorrow.
Watch it. Just watch it.
I will.
It's good for the casuals. It's good for the nerds.
Yeah, I watched
Alright.
eating buffalo
Yeah,
chicken
down.
dip. So
And now for the last bit of news,
okay, cool. Yeah, what is
because this is gonna be a discussion.
it? Okay, bring it on.
New Mutants.
Oh,
X-Men.
I did watch that.
X-Men New Mutants.
Dude,
As a horror movie. Not
What?
only that, but they are planning to do a trilogy,
are they
but with different. Each movie is going to be a different genre.
different? Yeah, I read that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were doing a
How
trilogy.
the fuck they're going to do that is beyond me. But
Honestly,
hey, this might open the door for comic book movies to start going towards the more horror stuff.
yeah, which is cool.
Which is cool that an X-Men movie's doing this.
Bring back Spawn.
because
away.
X
Well,
Men.
I was
Spawn's
just
coming
about
out.
to say that, you know, with Spawn coming out, I feel like that's going to open up a whole Pandora's box of what
Yeah.
they can. Especially if it does really well, it's going to open up a whole box of what they can and what's going to do well. In the,
They're
in the
gonna
box
make
office.
Spawn. Todd's making Spawn an entity. So
Yeah.
you're not really gonna see a lot of Spawn, but you're gonna know he's there.
He's going to treat it like a horror movie. he
Yeah.
I
said.
know they were
That's really
fucking.
cool. I
I know
like
they were
that.
fucking around with the voice, like they wanted. Was it James Earl Jones?
Yeah.
I think they're trying to
Pfizer?
get the guy who did the HBO voice acting to do it.
I think. Oh no! You know what it was? It was an interview that I saw with the new director. Was they're trying to get him to do a cameo
I see.
because he did the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Is he did the cartoon.
But
True.
no, New Mutants, fucking stoked. Watched the trailer, was like, this is not a fucking this. You got snacks for days.
I only have this much water.
That's my water.
Jake.
Hopefully, I brought another one.
That's
See this, Pat?
he just found out that like
You got more water?
Hell yeah. And you ain't getting any.
Well,
no.
you know what? I didn't come prepared today.
it's fine.
Um,
But no, I'm really excited for New Mutants. George, did you watch this trailer or no? Wow. Nope. He didn't watch it. Jake,
For new movie? Yeah, I did.
what do you think?
I like it. I mean,
It's a different X-Men movie.
is different.
It's a different X-Men movie. Like there's a few X-Men movies that I was really disappointed with, and
Origins.
wasn't really a fan of like a lot of shit like
Apocalypse.
that. So, but there's so many
X-Men
cool mutants to explore
Yeah.
that I feel like they almost couldn't do that because they had to center it around the main cast. So now,
Stupid.
Hey,
They-
let's make Wolverine part of every movie.
Yeah.
And he's not really a part of the X-Men all the time. Like,
yeah.
he
Now.
dips out.
So now that you can kind of like, I mean, there are X-Men that can bend time and
Yeah.
space and rematerialize. And
Fucking nuclear warhead. She was the shit.
And there's
wanna see
there's
more
all these
Nightcrawler.
X-Men's that we just didn't get to explore. So I feel like this is kind of like a gateway to being. There literally is just so many cool ones that you couldn't just.
Yeah.
You could give each one a fucking movie, and
It'll be interesting.
5 out of 7 of them are going to do really well.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think it's because of Deadpool being so successful that they're pushing more towards like pushing the boundary. I think this is going to be a rated R movie.
I think so. It has
So,
to be. It better be.
I think that was a big like eye opener for Fox to be like, okay, so what can we do with the X-Men to bring them into the R-rated? Like we're making money off these R-rated movies, and
Yeah.
we're the only superhero genre that's doing this.
Yeah. And they
and
are.
with this might open the door for more comic book movies that are based on horror. Stop fucking touching me, George.
This is the most
I'm
vulgar.
the only one trying.
This is going to be the most vulgar podcast our
It is.
listeners ever listened to. They're going to be like, what the fuck happened here?
Back what I was
going on?
saying. Don't start scratching either.
Okay, I'm
right?
sorry. Back to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
I forgot.
Okay.
Fuck it.
You're stoked for this film.
Yeah.
It's going to be really
I'm
good.
stoked.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good.
But yeah, because the only thing we had that horror based around comic books is Constantine. That got fucking canceled.
Yeah.
There's my rant.
No. Okay.
Got canceled after one season.
Let's fucking get into some movies. Let's get into some horror movies from the 80s and 90s. More specifically, let's talk about the evil that men can do. You know,
These are hotter.
You ain't getting more water.
So I brought snacks in my fanny pack, and so now I'm
Jake. Yeah,
sharing
just so
one
you know
with
that Jake actually wears a fanny pack all the time.
all the time.
He has fanny pack with snacks ready to go.
It's nifty.
But like I was
I
saying,
need one of them fanny packs. You get free snacks with them?
I could see doing one.
but like I was saying, guys,
I want to try it.
we're gonna talk about like the evil that men can do because we start seeing a shift in cinema where these monsters, it's not only the monsters with fangs and all that shit that can kill you, it's now men. And we talked about this last week, Pat, and we did in the 60s and 70s how, you know, the BAU portion of the FBI was created. Mindhunters came out, which is really fucking perfectly aligned with this. But, you know, we start seeing more people with TVs at home and getting more news feed on serial killers or sequence killers when they were calling them that. And
Someone's been watching Mindhunter.
oh, dude, I'm in, dude. I am in. I love that shit. That's like
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Fun story. My wife, Issa,
My wife.
when she was in high school, she was going into the FBI. Like that's what she wanted to do, was be a special agent.
That's awesome.
But she didn't do it because of drug use.
Because of what?
What? Drugs. You can't be an FBI agent if you've done certain drugs. So she
Like
could,
what?
I don't know.
Like heroin?
No, not heroin.
well, there goes my career
yeah,
choice.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
But
Guess I'll never be
it's really
Burt
cool because you
Macklin.
start seeing like the shift, like we were talking about last week. How you do get the monster movies still, but they're somewhat comical.
Yeah.
Versus being scary like they were in the original days. Like they're shift more to sci-fi. They're goofy. You know, they're Godzilla. Godzilla isn't scary. He's
Yes, he is.
awesome. I mean, I guess you are if you live in that city.
Well, yeah, or like even more so, like if it is a monster, it's like a man turning into a monster.
Yeah, it's
like
a werewolf.
It's a man-made monster. It's like some monstrosity that's like, you know, if they're gonna go supernatural with it, then it's some tortured soul that comes out, and then it's something.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
but,
Wolfman.
Yeah, exactly. And so I just thought that was cool how like you see a shift in cinema because the horror genre has always commentated on what society is going through.
for sure.
And that's been from the dawn of horror, from literature to cinematic universe now. Horror will always commentate on what's going on in the universe. which leads me to open the floor to your guys' movies. What's one of your first picks from this time frame?
Let Patrick go
2
first.
decades.
He's misbehaving.
Pat, go first.
Gremlins.
That's a good start.
Damn, that is a good start.
Actually,
So I want to talk about the 80s and 90s for a little bit.
do you have a second? Like one little second. I guess.
1 second.
I got a little thing.
Okay.
I got a little thing.
One.
You say Gremlins.
Yes.
All right. It's very well known that I'm a E.T. fan. You
Mhm.
could say.
What's that?
In the opening scene of Gremlins, when Billy's running through the town, there's a movie theater, and on the marquee, there is a sign that says "A Boy's Life," and "A Boy's Life" was the original title for E.T., and they scrapped it and called it E.T., and Spielberg put "A Boy's Life" in the marquee in Gremlins as like an ode.
Holy
That was now you fucking know more about E.T.
Also-
with Jake.
just the more you know, start.
Also,
Yeah.
later on, there's 2 homages to E.T. in the movie Gremlins. One's the marquee, which was the original title, but later on, when Spike is hiding in the toys and he peeks out, there's actually an E.T. toy that gets slightly pushed over. So E.T. references make it twice into that movie.
That's awesome.
I feel like when you mention Gremlins in the same tone, you kind of have to mention ET because there's a bunch of Easter eggs with ET, and they kind of have this similar like charm to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
I mean, Gremlins is more of a horror movie, obviously,
yeah.
than
Christmas
ET,
movie.
And it's a Christmas movie.
It's literally a Christmas.
Right next to Die Hard, it's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Yes.
Die Hard is the best Christmas movie of all time.
It is.
That is on the record.
But Pat, you
Bad
wanted to
Santa.
talk about the 80s and 90s?
Yes. It was definitely in the 80s. It was a big push for like practical effects where I think we saw like definitely like big time Hollywood movies getting these small time special effects artists to do their movies, and like especially in horror.
Yeah.
Like definitely in horror was a big push for like for practical effects and makeup. Like we got movies like
American Werewolf in London.
yeah, look, that
That is
transformation
like
scene.
literally the best, hands down to date, the best transformation scene of a
And,
werewolf.
I want to
Yes.
say it might have been 3 or 4 years ago when Halloween Horror Nights did the American Werewolf in London
Yeah.
house. They did a really good job on the transformation scene. It was really well done.
Yes, I agree.
I felt like I was actually in that living room, like the lighting.
No,
just
yeah.
did it.
Well, you
that-
were in that living room.
That whole year, every house I went into,
ain't
you
wrong.
felt like you were really in there. Even the Evil Dead one was probably my favorite.
That's another one in my list.
Yeah.
Evil Dead, everybody.
Oh man, so gory, so perfect.
I think it's one of the best horror trilogies out there.
Yep, for sure. And if
What?
It's still
What
going
do you
on.
want from me?
It's still going
Oh.
on to this day.
if you
Still,
yeah.
when you think about it.
Yeah, Ash vs.
Vs.
Evil Dead.
if you, I don't know if they have it in other places, but for sure they do in Las Vegas. But if you're ever in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you're, I want to say it's inside the Paris Hotel, or it might be in the Miracle Mile, they actually do an Evil Dead musical. And it's really awesome, and I got a chance to get into it.
What? You actually seen it?
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
I actually got a pretty good story about it too.
Yeah, I ate those off the floor.
Did you get a blowjob during the show?
No, so
5-second rule.
we
Did you just eat off the floor?
I was there for a piercing conference, and a couple of friends said, "All right, well, let's go walking." I guess we had a friend that worked the door, so they got us in. But not only got us in, but got us in the section which was quote unquote the splatter zone.
Right.
And you get these white T-shirts that are signed by the whole cast, and so we get these white T-shirts and we put them on, and we're having these ridiculous big Vegas drinks beforehand because we're getting loaded.
Vegas.
And so then by the time we get in there, I am 3 sheets to the wind. I'm just plastered, and I barely remember any of it except for like some of the main sequence that I remember from the actual Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but one of the parts that I really remember was the point of the splatter zone. And this theater isn't big; it's not like a big theater. It's there's the stage, and the splatter zone is 3 rows of fold-out chairs, and then there's like tiny stadium seating behind
top-notch
it.
seating.
Yeah,
Bleachers.
They're like,
and with some bleachers. And
Time to get slimed.
there's this
Slime time
this
live.
part where this guy's stomach's all ripped open and he's got a stretch of intestine out, and he's literally just jerking
Jerking off his fucking out.
jerking this red corn syrup out onto the splatter zone. And I just remember being really drunk and like, oh, this is gross. So I pulled his shirt over my head, and so he just decided to come right where I was, and he stopped the whole show and just started jerking off this blood onto me until I pulled my head out of the shirt.
It sounds like you
For
were
the audience that can't see, Jake is literally jerking off his stomach and showing us how this went.
I feel like this show is pretty.
All I'm
intimate.
saying, like, that sounds epic, but that reminds me of the time that I saw Guar.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it reminds me of a Guar
Like,
show.
that is literally just Guar
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no.
what that is.
But it was a really good show, and I would
That's awesome.
I
Although
would
I do
10
have
out
to
of
say, Mike, that they did cut Trump's head off at that set.
Did they?
In Warped Tour.
Fuck!
At Warped Tour?
They're coming back to
They
Tampa,
did.
so I may go
They
see
did.
them.
They did do a Trump thing where they cut his head off.
That's
and it's just
amazing.
Like, fake blood everywhere.
That's amazing.
But yeah, if you I would 10 out of 10 go see it again sober.
Hell yeah.
So if you're ever in Vegas or if it's anywhere else, go see the Evil Dead musical. It's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But Evil Dead did a lot of good practical effects work.
Yeah, even stop motion in the first movie.
Yeah.
And the second one is all practical. They filmed it in like some like high school gym.
Yeah.
Like it was really hot and it shows. My favorite album is always going to be Evil Dead 2. I love Army of Darkness, but Evil Dead 2 has like, a special
I agree.
part in my heart.
I agree.
Same.
No, for sure.
Army of Darkness is just fun.
Especially the deer head laughing scene where
Oh, yeah.
all the objects in the house are laughing at
They're
him,
all animated
and he just
now.
joins in. He just because he's going so fucking crazy.
It's perfect. Evil Dead will always be
Oh yeah.
a favorite.
Like, honestly, speaking about practical effects at that time, Hellraiser.
Oh yeah.
Was that what you going with?
You took
I-
Mike's favorite movie.
I mean, were you
No,
gonna-
it's not on my list. It's not on my list today.
He's
No,
about to jump over the table.
I'll fucking kill you.
He's like, you fucking said Hellraiser. No, but like, I mean, I'm just going off what like he was saying about like the practical effects. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and you can see at the very beginning of the movie where the guy's just like in the room and like all the hooks start coming out,
And they pull his skin
and
off.
they pull his like skin
It's
apart. And I'm like,
fantastic.
dude, it is like if you watch that nowadays, you're like, oh, okay, cool, like sick CGI.
I still
bro.
get
like
I still get
super
sick.
gory, but like that, like you literally like you almost feel that like flesh like straight coming off. You're just like cringing. You're just like.
I love that shit.
And then he's like when he's like walking through the room, he's just like you see all like the chunks of flesh and stuff like on the floor, like it's fucking amazing. And we don't get stuff like that nowadays.
Well,
They don't make 'em like
they don't
they
make them
used
like
to.
used. But if
They
you
ain't
want,
wrong.
if you want to hear more about that type of shit, come to Spooky Empire on October 28th. I will say September.
Hey, I found out I'm off that day.
We have a fucking panel. Patrick and I were doing horror.
Humble plug.
Then and now, a discussion for fans. So if you're going to be at Spooky Empire on Saturday, come hang out and talk to us. It's an open forum. We're just talking about shit that we love.
I still got to pay
can I
to
be
go
on
to
the
that
panel?
shit.
Huh?
Can I be on the panel?
I have to talk to them because they asked for like a number of panelists. I wonder if it's just like mic hookups, but I'm sure it doesn't really matter.
I mean, I'll still buy it.
You just sit on the fucking floor and chairs and talk. But okay.
It's not good enough.
What
I
is
need side stage.
What is your film?
He needs side stage. Fuck you.
I need side stage.
He met Post Malone. Now he thinks he's hot shit.
Oh my god, that was months ago. All right.
This
You gambled with him.
You want to hear this?
Yeah,
you want to hear what the
whatever.
shit I had to deal with this morning?
what?
I call him like, "Hey, you want to hang out? Are you going to do the show tonight?" He's like, "Depends if Post Malone's in town."
That's fucking sick.
No, I said depends if I get a text back. There's a difference.
Post
Because
Malone.
him and Post Malone are boys now.
Hey, bro, you got his number?
She asked if
Is
you
that's the
come
real?
too.
That's the real question that everyone's listening, wanting to hear. You got Post Malone's number over there, George?
I did.
Ah,
He changed his number.
damn,
He said,
Which is why I'm here and not at the show right now.
damn it! All right, let's get back on track.
He
George
said,
is famous.
He said, "Fuck George."
He said, "Fuck that brown kid that lost all his money gambling." with me.
But what's one of your on your list, George? You doing Hellraiser? Or you gonna do it?
I'm not doing Hellraiser. I'm actually like, so I know it's not popular or whatever, but like it's like at that time in my life in like the early 90s, like growing up, like I've said it before, I was exposed to horror like at a really young age by my uncle and my mom. So actually, Bride of Chucky was like, honestly,
That ain't 90s, motherfucker.
it actually is.
It is.
No,
It
it's
is.
not.
It
I bet
is.
you it is,
Hold
dude.
on.
Hold on.
I bet it's 98 or 99.
98 or 99.
It's like 98.
borderline.
It is fucking
I saw
1998.
Damn it.
Face
Which
Damn.
is why, if you think about it, I was born in the early 90s, so around that time, I was already being exposed to that kind of stuff. That is like one of the first. So I saw that before I saw Child's Play.
I'm
But,
sorry.
Like I mean, it was on TV. Like
Yeah.
Like obviously it
Oh,
sucked that
very-
it was on.
You
TV.
got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I guess.
And I don't know. It was just like one of the first like really like slashers.
Yeah.
That like I saw repetitively on TV. Like
Was it on Telemundo?
I did. I probably honestly was.
Trying to get the jingles
At one
of
point.
Jake's balls.
But no, I don't think I've ever like watched Bride of Chucky.
I've watched
What?
it multiple
Dude,
times.
yeah,
I've seen it multiple times. Like, dude, there is a fucking sex scene by a fireplace.
Oh yeah, with the fucking mirror.
Whoa.
yeah, by
Hold
the
on.
fireplace.
It's pretty
yes.
graphic.
You're
too.
meaning to tell me that there's a sex scene in this movie?
Yes.
Yes.
There are 2 dolls.
having
fucking-
doll sex.
I hope it's like
Fucking-
I hope it's like Team America where they're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
laughing.
As soon as you
I
told
hope-
me that the dolls were fucking, I immediately went to that scene in Team America World Police.
Dude, it might as well be the
Jennifer
same thing.
Tilly.
But no, it's like funny too because like there's a part where she like stops and she was like, "Wait, do you have a rubber?" And she was like, "Seriously, fucking made of rubber." It's
That's
like,
funny.
And it was fucking.
That's
like,
when Chucky started getting comedical.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, like
it's
Bride
like-
of Chucky was like honestly, dude, it was a god awful movie. But I chose it because there's like sentimental value to it.
Yeah,
But, like
okay,
I
that's
was
fine.
young, I watched it with like.
And Chucky is a good slasher, man. He kills
Yeah.
a lot of people.
I mean, yeah, Child's Play was great.
His
Yeah.
colors.
Bride of Chucky is.
Yeah.
But like, and now what's coming
Cult
out? Or just
of Chucky.
I
Cult
just,
of
saw, I
Chucky.
just
already
watched
out.
it.
Is it already out?
Yeah.
Pretty cool thing.
not good.
The film club at UCF, I think it was yesterday. They actually had
Yes,
the director
Sarah. Yeah.
of
Our friend
Child's
Sarah.
Play come and talk about Cult of Chucky. Because smart thing about him is he bought the movie rights. Like he owns the movie rights for Child's Play. So every movie he's been a part of.
Really?
Even the shitty ones, he's
Yeah,
been a part of.
I saw that.
Still
she
shitty.
Actually,
Still shitty.
she sent me a bunch of snaps about it.
That's cool. I was gonna go, but I had to work.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was telling me it was a really, really cool experience. She
I
said,
can imagine.
Like, Child's Play, I guess, to her was like
Her thing.
a really big thing. So like she was like freaking out that she got to do a live Q&A
Sick.
with him over Skype. So
Oh. Well, let's shoot over to fucking Angel. He's over there in the
Right.
corner by himself.
Can we talk to Jake before?
oh, Angel's here. Hold on.
No, go to Angel because I probably have way too much to say and I'll ramble
I'm just
on,
being mean.
so.
All right, Angel. What is your film? What is your first pick from the 60s and 70s?
My first
Damn
pick.
it, 80s and 90s. Fuck, I can't get it right.
Dude, we went from like the 60s to
The fuck, you were born in the 90s, asshole.
I know.
I picked Nightmare 4. You guys know me.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh
Yeah.
god, here we go with this dumb.
I'm not going to talk
again.
about that.
Telemundo.
You got Return of the Living Dead.
Whoa. Go to the first one.
Yeah,
Stick to
what
that
about it?
first. Talk about that one
You got
first.
nothing to say.
What the fuck?
What?
It's-
Tom,
it's-
why did you
it's hot-
pick
it's-
it?
Freddy Krueger.
Then why did you pick
There's not
it?
much to say about Freddy Krueger.
It's Freddy Krueger.
I'm gonna do Nightmare on Elm Street 4. That's all
Just
I got.
because.
Well, in that
That's
case,
it.
I'm gonna do Halloween H2O, bro. Come on, we're gonna go that far, bro. Let's go.
That's not 90s.
Actually, it is.
It is
Talk about
90s.
the
It
fucking
is 90s.
movie.
What do you like about the film, Angel? Let me ask you some
it
questions.
can't just be Freddy.
I
Why
like
do you like
which
that
one's
film?
because
for?
in Dream
What's the subtitle?
Warriors- Yeah, what do you want to know?
What's
the subtitle?
subtext?
Subtitle of 4.
The Dream Master.
Okay, it's Dream Master. I like that one.
All right.
My favorite's Dream Warrior, but
Yeah.
Dream Master's a good
Dream
sequel
Master
to that.
goes into like the actual origin more or no?
It like touches more like, well, because you get attached to the teens in Dream Warriors. They
Yeah.
survive Dream Warriors, but he comes back in 4
As
even
the
more
Dream
powerful
Is that the worm one?
and stronger?
It's
I
been
believe,
forever, so I don't know.
I believe that's the one with the worm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Alright.
because
Yes, that's the one with the worm.
Yeah. All right. I figured. It's been. I don't actively
I know
watch
the one
Nightmare
with
on
the
Elm Street
TVs
that much,
before
so I haven't
They
seen
all
it.
blend together,
Yeah.
except for
Um,
Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
Best
that one
one.
stands alone. But like
Prime
what?
time,
So
bitch.
yeah, for real. So like, what was out of all the movies in this time, these 2 decades, why? Just because it's your favorite killer?
Yep.
it's just
Basically.
the ambience.
There it is. I wanted it.
There it fucking is.
I wanted
I'm
it.
sorry, dude.
and
I like that.
fucking
I'm a
got
sucker
it.
for that campy's 80s.
And first of all, it's
hey,
ambiance,
hey,
by the
hey,
way.
Hey,
I don't
hey,
care.
hey.
Ambience.
If I must say, out of most of the soundtracks out of the 80s, Nightmare on Elm Street has one of the best soundtracks.
You're not wrong.
Okay, I can.
So he
disagree.
is correct on that one.
I'm gonna disagree.
It's
with you
just
on
his
that.
bit.
I know it's funny. I was waiting for him to say it, and I just
Hey,
I wasn't expecting
hey, man.
I wasn't either.
that has a big part to do with the ambience.
The ambiance.
God, what was that, Patrick? Did you literally die
I smoked too
or
much
exercise a demon from your ass?
Yo, you seen that pug
The
exercise?
weed monster that lives inside me.
Oh my God! All right, so we got Nightmare on Elm Street 4. That's cool.
That's a good
That's
choice.
a good choice. And
I feel like
our-
that was a good Freddy makeup during the
It
time
was.
too. as it progresses, as the movies go on,
the makeup gets
get better.
That was one thing about all of those movies, like Halloween. I mean, Halloween was always easy. But
the mask just
Jason,
got
they
dirtier.
always did something a little bit different with his outfits.
Yeah.
Jason
So
goes
that was
to
cool.
hell.
That was the worst one.
Jason X.
That was fun. All right, let's fucking go to.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was
That's like
fun.
that's like the best like
Stop.
Jason X. It was fun.
I think that's what the
That's all you can say about that fucking movie. It has one of the
coolest kill
Kills.
scenes.
Kill scenes.
The nitrogen,
yeah.
and he smashed. That was
Or
cool.
when that bitch goes through the fucking vents.
Yeah, that was cool too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
They should do a Halloween Hornets house on Jason X.
I'd be so mad.
They could just reuse all this shit.
Come on in. It's a good time.
Okay,
come on in. It's
fun.
fun.
I don't mean to change the subject, but I'm going to.
Oh god damn it!
So I went to Halloween
Lame.
Hornets. Shut the fuck up. I'm the only one trying.
All right, you went to Halloween Horror Nights.
I went to Halloween Hornets the other night. I went to the Hive,
Okay.
and
Great
I
fucking
literally
house.
saw it smelled like Texas Chainsaw.
Okay.
It was the same house as Texas Chainsaw,
Okay.
and I saw them use the same props.
Did you see
Okay.
those for Raw too?
I literally was like, I saw that at Texas Chainsaw last year.
Hey man, they're just being.
What I'm saying is
They're
they
just
could
being smart with money.
use if
They're
they
being
still
green, you know.
if
Reuse,
they
recycle.
They could use the thing, the scene from the thing, for Jason X.
no use
Hey,
use-
the
end-
thing
the
also
end of
came
it-
out.
yes
in the
use the
80s,
thing
90s?
use the house
80s.
use the props from the thing, bring that to Jason X, make a house, bada bing bada
Bada
boom.
boom,
No
yeah.
Bill and Ted.
Boom.
I saw the Bill and
Bada
Ted show, by
bing,
the way, and it's actually
coolest
good.
guys in the room.
It made
How
me
you
cry.
doing?
All right, let's get back on track. Jake,
love
what's your
wrestling.
movie, buddy?
I did a
You
lot.
cheesed.
I did a lot of thinking on this, and I was gonna go with something like serious that I really liked, and then I
As you
decided to not do that.
No,
Uh,
go serious, because
No, but I'm serious about not thinking this movie's serious. So I'm gonna go with Strangeland
Yes.
Oh my god.
because D. Snyder. All right, so like for you guys that don't know what Strangeland is,
What's
basically
use?
it's
use people.
use people. You know,
Sounds like my dad.
It's basically D.
But it comes on
Snyder
TV.
from Twisted Sister is this. He's like this killer, but he's like super tattooed, super modified. He's got like a bunch of piercings, a bunch of stretch piercings. Tribal tattoos out the wazoo because it's.
Wait, you were in this movie?
It was, yeah, I was in this movie. It was
Just minus the tribal tattoos.
Minus the
That was his inspiration for his aesthetic.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
these chairs go down?
Yes, because it was in the 90s. But it was just so great because, like, the internet just became a thing
Whoa,
around
yes.
around this time. So, like, he basically kind of lures these people off of the internet to, like, come to, like, a club
That's fucking
or,
creepy.
like, come to his house and
a real
hang
thing.
out.
It is.
And basically what he does is he kidnaps them and he tortures them by giving them piercings. And
Oh.
This is
There's-
definitely your movie.
and there's this
This
scene.
is your
there-
movie.
There's
Yeah.
this scene where, like, oh, by the way, everyone, I'm Jake Hardman. I'm a piercer. I own Drift Piercing Studios. in
Humble
Eustis,
brag.
Florida.
Drift Piercing Studios, everybody.
Bro,
Best
brought to you
shop
by
in
Drip
Florida.
Piercing Studios.
So there's a scene where this guy's, like, tied up, and D. Snyder's being a total weirdo and going over what an apodravia piercing is. And if you don't know what that is, it's a piercing that goes through the head of your penis, vertically. And basically just gives
Sounds
this
sexy.
That sounds hot.
basically gives this guy an
do you pee?
apodravia right there, and like he's screaming, and like for me, and like I'm sure a ton of people are like, man, this guy's not that bad of a killer.
Free piercing? What's up? Sign me up.
I mean,
Just piercing me.
You're
And
gonna pay me a fat ticket for one of those. So I'm just saying, but like. It goes through like these cops trying to find out where this missing girl is.
okay.
And all the clues to get to him are super fucking ridiculous. Like,
Like pierce dicks.
well, they find this car, and in the trunk is like a zero gauge like septum spike, and the guy who's towing the car has like a septum piercing, and he randomly goes, "Oh, that's a zero gauge septum spike, and the only club you'll find that at is Boo Boo Baba Dubba." And so like,
And he slowly starts turning into Bill Cosby.
yeah.
God damn it.
So they go to the club and they find this, and it leads them to like this, and like it ends up like him being like captured, and then they try to rehabilitate him. And at
Just do your shit in a piercing studio, man. Come
well,
on.
Well, they rehabilitate him, and then magically all his tattoos are gone, and
What
then
the fuck?
all of his stretch piercings are gone. Everything's gone, and he's like normal.
Was it a demon? Was it like a demon was in his body?
And then at the very end, it turns out he was faking it to get out of the rehab, and he's back to. And then he gets everything that he had back within like a split second.
What the fuck?
And it's this really stupid, weird slasher kind of film. But you can't take it seriously because one, it's Dee Snider.
Yeah.
If you've never seen Twisted Sister, it's this glam rock dude, just piercing dudes' dicks.
That's so fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
But I love it.
It's like American Mary took that storyline and was like, let's make this a little bit more serious.
No, for sure. When I saw American Mary,
American Mary was awesome.
which I hated.
Did you? Oh, dude, I fucking love that.
I mean, like I'm coming from a different perspective.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But I hated American Mary. But as soon as I saw it, I said, "Wow!" They just saw Strangeland and were like, "Oh, let's kind of make this a little bit more serious."
Make it modern.
Yeah.
And but yeah,
Change your gender.
Yeah, you just couldn't. You couldn't take it seriously because there's just so many elements. Because you got the guy who's like screaming, "We're not gonna take it. I'm gonna pierce your dick now," and like. It was just a whole mess of a movie, and like it didn't add up, but you watched it anyway, and you're just like, wow, that exists.
I've only seen it once.
I'll never get that 90 minutes of my life back.
But
which is fine.
For that,
I can say there's a lot of times
for
I'll say
that, I love it. There's not many movies about like weird modified people. So
that is true. That is 100% true.
So
you would think.
For that, I love it. And then my other movie was gonna be Pumpkinhead because it's fucking weird. And, cool, but
before we get off the modified thing, Teeth is back on Netflix.
It is. Netflix is finally pumping out some good
Dude,
goodies.
oh my god, I was on Netflix last night and I was just like, oh, there's so many good movies.
They just recently
Like
did
Teeth.
that because last night there wasn't shit really, and then I go on this morning, I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
But Teeth.
But Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of fucking lambs.
What a weird segue.
Hell, I know.
But it was
One
good.
eats dicks, the other one eats people.
Exactly.
All right. Do
close.
you think he eats the dicks too?
Hannibal Lecter eats everything.
It is both cannibal.
He eats pretty much
Hannibal.
every part of the body. Pretty much. I wanna
Like the
say.
testicles?
He loved that brain,
I mean,
though.
he did love the brain at the end of Hannibal when he serves the kid the brain.
Dude, that scene is
that's
so sick.
That's my favorite scene ever because for whatever reason, I think it's so funny just picking on unsuspecting children. So like,
Here, eat this human brain.
in my head, yeah, that's like super fucked up. He's like, yeah, try this, buddy, and
dude,
his fucking brain.
Eat it. But no, I really like Silence of the Lambs because it really played into that whole serial killer.
Yeah.
Like it. Hannibal Lecter is
He used a
actually
serial
based
killer to-
off. He's based off a real person, not in the sense of like this person was an active serial killer. It's based off some person who was from Mexico. He was a doctor. He killed his partner and cut up his body, and I can't remember if he ate him or not.
Yeah.
So he's highly inspired by that character because I read a little bit more on his origins. But what I like about Sons of the Lambs is the fact that they got Anthony Hopkins because he
God.
is phenomenal,
Yeah.
and I don't think
No one else
anyone,
could play that role.
The
No,
thing is,
honestly,
like
no.
other people have played the role of Hannibal Lecter or Lector in some
Yeah.
weird
Oh,
way, like
the
in
new-
Red
the newer,
Dragon.
like, show, right?
Oh, and I enjoyed what's his name
From the new one?
from the new one. I like him.
Yeah, me too.
He's a fucking.
Hannibal Rising.
Yeah. No.
No,
from
no,
the
no,
TV show.
like the
TV
TV
show.
show.
We don't
Hannibal.
talk about Hannibal Rising in
No,
this
we don't.
fucking podcast.
No, that or Red Dragon.
Wait, I love Red Dragon.
just
Fuck
kidding.
you.
I'm
Dude,
kidding.
the thing is, like, the thing about a lot of people don't know that Red Dragon is tied in.
Oh, no.
It's
A
the
lot of people
first
don't
book.
know. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but,
the first book in the series.
A lot of
It's also
like
a
I said,
remake.
like going to like the whole casual and like
off the floor.
nerds
Yeah.
going into it like
Y'all a bunch
Dragon.
of
Like a
nasty
lot of
asses.
people don't realize that like it is the exact same thing because like the movie starts in like what fucking like
1940.
It's when the Nazis are like.
It's 19. Or
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's early 1940s or late 1940s, but yeah, it's because they weren't Nazis; they were German. They were
Yeah.
Russians.
is that what it was?
The Russians.
I don't
were-
know. I watched that movie in
There
theaters, and
was
that's the only
Germans
time.
I
coming.
haven't seen that
There
movie
was
in so
Germans
long.
coming, but then the Russians came in. I want to
Thought
say,
they were
or I may
Nazis.
have it switched around.
Oh, okay.
It could be Russians came in and Germans attacked. But yes, no, I like that because it gives you an origin base of why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
Because the question that always surrounds serial killers is how are they created?
Their
well,
motive.
you're born a psychopath. Like
Oh,
Angel.
God.
You're born a psychopath.
Here we go with Mindhunter again.
And no, bro, and this not even just Mindhunter. I've taken psychology. I've taken developmental psychology, sociology, and criminal.
I know we were just
behavior.
talking about Mindhunter like yesterday, so I'm just gonna
Dude,
get
yeah,
thrown
no.
in your face.
Spell all that.
Why you gotta be so loud?
Because I got to be heard.
No, you're heard. Believe me.
I'm gonna throw you in the herd when I slaughter you, bitch.
But
Apparently, if you cut
I
this,
just
it
liked
gets
how
louder.
cool and collected Lecter was as a killer.
Yeah.
He's very organized, and even Anthony Hopkins said, like, he's like, when I read this script, I knew that I had to make this character,
It's like methodical.
yeah, like calm, serious, but I don't know. I just love Hannibal. Like,
Yeah.
I want him to get away from the cops.
And
Like, I
he's
want him
the
to
thing
be.
Is,
Yeah.
The thing is, too, is like he's not the main like killer.
No, Buffalo Bill is
Buffalo
in-
Bill's the, like they're using Lecter to like try to tap
just
into
a
the mind
cannibal.
of yeah.
He's just he's a phenomenal
Psychologist.
Psychologist.
Yeah.
Thank you. So he knows the minds.
Plus, that was
of
one
killers.
of his patients, I think, or
It,
something like
it
that.
wasn't one of his patients. No, it was.
Yeah.
It was because the thing about Buffalo Bill is that he thought he was transgender, but he really wasn't.
Yeah.
Due to a very unhealthy household, and that's why he was denied all those sex changes in the movie, because the doctors and therapists knew that, like, oh, this individual actually isn't a transgender person. It's just that he's literally had such a fucked up life that he believes this
That he's-
himself.
Yeah.
And that's why the movie is kind of weird, because it is the early '90s, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
they use different phrases that aren't more correct, accurate today. That
Yeah.
are, but Buffalo Bill was making a fucking human suit.
Yeah.
He was making a suit of a woman. He was
Okay, Ed
he was
Gein.
literally becoming a woman in his own way, weird way.
Would you fuck me?
Dude, that scene fucking.
I'd fuck.
I'd fuck me hard.
I'd fuck me hard.
But
I love Clerks.
mind you, hold on. Did you guys notice all the fucking Nazi memorabilia in his house?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was super weird.
Like, I mean, I was like, because I never noticed it the first time I watched it.
Because we were young as fuck when that
I've
movie
watched this
came
movie
out.
numerous times, and
Yeah.
I've never saw it.
No, I remember.
Really?
I remember the first time I noticed, I was like, "Man, they
It
just-
makes sense though, because
Yeah.
he is a white individual living in the fucking mountains of West Virginia. It adds up.
Yeah, there's
2
only,
plus
like,
2
12
goes to fucking
But I was
together.
just like, man, they just kind of shoehorned that in there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. It makes sense. It's fine.
Sometimes it's
But-
necessary though.
But I just loved the kill scenes
adds to
in that
the
movie too.
Well, yeah.
ambience.
Hence the
The
ambience.
scene where he's tied
adds
up
to
and
the
they
ambient.
feed him
yeah,
and
when
he bites the security guard's face off.
Yeah.
Another cool scene is the jerk off scene
Yeah.
I
where,
ju-
where she walks.
he kills that motherfucker for her.
Wait,
we're
He
talking-
loves
Wait,
Clarice.
we're talking about Brokeback Mountain.
No,
No,
Clarice
dude,
gets
what?
jerked off by one of the patients that's like right next to Lexer's cellar.
Clarice does not get jerked off.
She gets jerked off
She gets-
on.
she
Yeah, that's what I
gets-
said.
No,
You said she gets jerked
You
off.
said she gets jerked
Roll
off.
back to the tapes.
I will later on. But no, and then it shows you
He throws a fucking gun.
how much of a relationship already established from between Clarice and Lecter. That immediately when that happened, he drove. What was his name? Something I can't remember.
He drove him like insane.
He drove him insane to swallow his
tongue.
own tongue.
Yeah.
So it showed you that Lecter is willing to do anything for Clarice. He loves Clarice.
Well,
It's
she's
weird.
talking about the
Weird.
lambs,
The lambs.
which is why. It's
But
called
I
Silence
just
of the
love that
Lambs.
because this movie to me feels like it really goes into that shift in horror cinema
Yeah.
into the slasher genre.
We're from like monsters
Yeah.
into like
To
the real
actual
monster
humans.
is like
Humans.
Hey, people are monsters. like
we humans are capable of such things.
it's not the
These
creature
aren't
of
the
Black Lagoon anymore.
exactly. It's your next
fucking
door neighbor.
yeah.
It's your neighbor that you thought was cool. That's
Disturbia.
actually got a fucking fridge full of human heads.
Mhm.
You know, fucking
Like
Jeffrey
Dahmer.
Dahmer. You know.
Ooh, on the money, you owe me a soda.
Oh, is that it's either a movie or a show coming out?
My
The,
my friend
Oh,
Dahmer.
my friend Dahmer.
my friend Dahmer.
Dude,
I'm,
Dahmer is my favorite serial killer. Like you have no idea like how stoked I am for that.
So you're
Yes.
You really
George has a
Yes,
favorite series?
No, the
Dahmer's
thing
my-
is you get
Yes,
into
is that
psychology.
in
We are really
John Wayne Gacy.
no
but
matter
we won't get
who
into that.
you are interested into series. They are anomalies in our society. They are the outcasts of. You may
They're
think of all
superstars
of
now.
us being outcasts, but they are the ones who literally don't fit in.
You
They
need to
don't
stop watching
think,
Mindhunter.
bro. This is just college, okay? I'm sorry, and I won't stop Mindhunter until I finish it. But anyways, that's my whole blurb. Anyone wants to share another movie? Go ahead.
No, it is.
Mine leans in perfectly with yours.
Mine leans to the
19
left.
Mine's too.
Nice.
I think because I
depends on
use my
what
left
day.
hand to jerk off.
Jesus Christ.
That's because I used to right-handed.
Listener count went
Look
to
around.
0 with all the jerking off talk.
My pick is 1995's Seven.
7.
Yeah,
I
I
like
feel like
Seven.
it's in the same like thriller, true crime genre as Signs of the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 90s did a lot of that.
Which was cool because
Yeah.
you see, like I said, the shift.
Yeah,
I mean, not that
it's-
those killers were.
And if anyone says Seven's not a horror movie, go fuck yourself.
It
A
is.
lot of people say it's not a horror movie. It is.
There's
if you look at the
aspects.
the imagery alone on all the deaths, like
Mm-hmm.
it's horror.
Yeah.
The first kill you get introduced to is a fucking guy that suffocates in spaghetti,
That's
like
amazing.
in a bowl of spaghetti.
That's
'Cause he's
amazing.
tied the fuck up, and
Schmagaggy.
it was gluttony.
That was seriously
'Cause that was the-
That
really
fucked me
good-
up when I was a kid.
The head in the box.
I was like, I didn't know anyone could be that fat.
the head in the box thing.
Yeah.
was-
Oh my god.
Right?
The end.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the fucking box? No, Seven's a great film. I love Seven. And it, like I said, it's true crime. So like,
Yeah. You got
it
young
resonates.
Brad Pitt
young Brad Pitt.
for you ladies out there, and
for,
you got
for the
Morgan.
fellas too, man. Come on now, it's Brad fucking Pitt.
That's true. I would fuck him. And you got the lovely Morgan Freeman.
I love Morgan Freeman.
Yes. And fucking Kevin Spacey
Yeah.
as a Dane Joe. What's the murderer's name?
Insert name.
Your
here.
mom.
Insert name here.
I love Kevin Spacey. He's
I
good
do
in
too.
everything.
He really is. But no, I love Seven. Seven will always be one of my favorite films to watch because I love that true crime.
I don't know.
element.
I don't know why anyone would say it's not like.
I've
a
had
horror-esque
conversations with
movie.
people that said that's not a horror movie.
lot
of people
it's,
like
it's
that.
more of a thriller.
But
There
people-
are
people
there
have
are some
their-
movies that are like that.
I mean, it
border.
Same
is-
thing with Signs of the Lamb, though.
It
Yeah.
is a thriller, but
Could
I
be
mean,
suspense.
are you
Mhm.
not scared by that? Are you not
Yeah.
scared by like someone who
They-
just
no,
fucking
because a lot of
murders
people like to like, oh, that's not that bad. I can handle it. Fuck you. Put yourself in that situation and see how you handle it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Your
Shut
wife
up.
gets
It's
fucking
it
head cut off
is
and put in a
hor-
box.
It's horrific.
Yeah.
It is
That's
horror
a second soda.
because serial killers are real, and that is a real life horror that some people live through. But
I mean, I feel like anything that makes you evoke a certain emotion can tie you into that genre.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like last night, like I was telling you guys, I watched Signs again,
I watched that
Such a
recently
good
too.
movie, dude.
and you
Dude,
know,
I watch it so much.
it's such a good movie, and I mean, I guess you would describe any M. Night Shyamalan movie as more of like a thriller.
Dumb.
A good
but-
90s one is Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
That's a good one to mention.
Sixth Sense, yeah.
But you know,
Before it got really bad.
throughout Signs, you can get pretty scared throughout that. And I mean, afterwards, my girlfriend had to walk out to her car
terrible.
in the dark,
Mm-hmm.
and I totally said, "What's that?" And she flipped the fuck out.
God damn it.
Well, and there's this. That movie has a lot of scares, like a lot of good scares,
Yeah,
like
it
the closet scene, obviously when he's watching the television. Same thing with Sixth Sense. It has a lot of cool scare scenes, like the scene in the tent
Yeah.
when what's his name is in the tent, and he sees that that ghost puking and shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Scared the living shit out of me when I was a kid.
Well, good.
I
Should.
watched that
scary.
movie when I was really, really young. And I think I said this on the very first podcast that I was on with you guys. It was the one my parents actually took me to go see in the theaters.
Why would they do that?
And I remember
They're awesome.
I remember coming
Exactly.
out of the theater crying and like looking at my mom and be like, "Why would you take me to see that?"
You irresponsible person.
And
because, son, you're going to be awesome in the future.
Yeah.
Son, you're gonna be great.
she
Okay,
was like, "It's
suck
not
it up,
that." She's like, "It's not that bad."
Mom. But I actually see dead people. What?
Oh, no.
George, what's your next film?
Yeah.
My next film, Pet Cemetery.
Oh shit.
All
Took
right,
mine.
George.
Good old 1989.
Ooh,
I like the
89's good.
Don't bury him.
God,
Don't bother.
I
You
watched-
need Angel to say it again.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I watched this film with my mother.
that's nice. Your mom's a nice lady.
Everything, like, you guys
I
know my
can't say
mom.
nothing.
Like, dude, that bitch is fucking crazy. She's as crazy as I am.
That's where you get it from.
It is literally where I fucking get it from. We're
Yeah.
both batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Brunch and
Pet
shit.
I love
Cemetery.
George's mom.
Yeah, I know.
Patrick, I
was about
swear to
say
fucking
that.
God, I will beat your ass in this goddamn studio right now.
Don't bring up his
Patrick,
mom, Pat.
If you could,
We're all
ask
talking about his
one
mom. Why
thing,
can't I say
George's
anything?
mom.
Patrick, because you know,
Don't do it.
because you've been doing this for 10 fucking years.
I'm gonna go ahead and just put
Go
the
ahead,
plug
do
in
it,
it
Pat.
right now. Let George talk about Pet Cemetery, not his mom.
Fine. I could do a whole podcast about
That's
George's
for
mom.
everybody.
God damn it.
For everybody that knows, Patrick has found my mom hot when we were in like 7th grade, and he has never shut the fuck up about it.
She's
And
gonna listen to this
I
episode.
doesn't
usually,
have the balls
I'm
to
literally
ask
gonna be like,
her out.
Mom, listen to this episode because it's gonna be me whooping Patrick's ass.
She'll be like,
Anyway.
"Oh, Patrick, that nice fella. I'll go on a date with him."
What if God?
Actually, when she
No.
found out we were hanging out for the hurricane, she was like, "You still hang out with him?" I was like, "Not no more. You too excited."
Damn.
Oh, she was stoked to
asking
hear about me.
you, Pat.
Ask if she asked.
I'm about to go to
me.
Kissimmee.
Jesus Christ.
Dang, get your ass
Anyway,
whooped,
Pet
bitch.
Cemetery.
Pet
Anyway,
Cemetery. Back on
Pet
track.
fucking Cemetery. Good old Stephen King.
Babies
his
getting.
Before I even say anything, I just want to say that I am very mad that they are trying to remake it.
Dude.
Hold your tongue, Mike.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't.
It depends on who directs it.
And
if Andy I can't pronounce his last name, directs it like he directed it.
Yeah.
Not same like
Oh,
directed how he
because
directed it.
he was trying to get a lot of the
He's the one
classic
who wants,
like.
he's the one who wants to remake Pet Cemetery.
Is that all right?
If he remakes it, I'll be okay.
If
with
he
it.
remakes it, I'm on board.
it's on
Yes.
Hulu. It's on Hulu right now too. By the way,
It is.
Pet Cemetery is on
Oh,
Hulu
God.
right now.
Dude, Hulu's got some good
Dude,
films.
Hulu's killing it.
All the fucking on-demand shit's got some good-ass movies on there.
VRV has all the classics.
What the fuck is VRV?
It's a
Some
you
illegal
watch
shit, probably.
No, I don't
Brown
pay
ass.
for it. I use someone's account, but it's Crunchyroll's side thing.
Okay.
It's all anime and all that shit, but they also have movies and shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
But George, why do you like Pet Cemetery?
I love the concept. It's like,
It is cool.
Like just like every other fucking movie, you move to this new house, whatever. Fucking
Dangerous fucking road.
house looks creepy. Whoa, like you know,
got
classic,
semis going like
classic
130
film,
for
right?
some weird reason.
Because they totally do that in real life or whatever. But then like they're just like, oh, like this fucking like cat dies, whatever, just like buried up this cemetery that's right up the forest, like whatever.
And
You
comes
know?
back
Yeah,
to
you know,
life,
you know,
Like nothing bad ever happened from burying someone
The
when you live
old
next to a
cemetery.
cemetery.
Dude, yeah, that character. Oh,
Yeah.
down that road now.
you know that
Yeah.
scene. You know that scene you hate in every fucking movie where a dog dies or an animal dies.
That's that whole movie.
That's that
Yeah.
whole fucking movie.
That's the whole
literally-
series.
But like it's worse because like
It's a horror movie.
one of like
So you see it
one of
all.
like the worst things that like I deal with is like fucking children. Like children in like horror movies and just
Yeah.
like haunted children and ghost children, like they fuck me up, man. Children are fucking scary when they're dead.
They are.
Ghost cat.
So then, like, yeah, the cat's cool and is like whatever. He's like in the fucking
From
attic.
Cat Dog.
So he's like whatever in the attic, and he's like, "Wah!" You're like, "Ah!" But then like the fucking baby comes back, and you're just like, done. Bye. Adios.
Child's play.
Fuck this
that
movie.
shit.
I'm
There's
done.
a fucking dead ass fucking baby running around. You're like, ugh.
So
Kids in multiple movies,
one
too.
way to scare George is we just need to throw the dead baby props from Spirit Halloween. You know,
And
like the
put it on
fucking
his
dead-
front porch.
and just put it on his front porch.
Dude, children are fucking
Hey Jake,
scary,
what's so
dude.
funny over there?
Children are some next level shit.
Angel just hadn't talked in a while, and then he just said ghost cat. It was just like the input was really funny.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Pet Cemetery. One of the cool things.
Yeah, try to get back from that.
I'm I'm really interested in like random like movie quotes or things that are inspired by movies and like little like stupid pop culture references. But they did one in South Park. The episode where they're trying to get the future telling device from the girls,
Yeah.
and they fake Butter's death with a pig.
Oh yeah.
And then randomly, his dad's freaking out because his wife's inconsolable, and that guy from the movie shows up to the
shows
door
up.
unannounced and is like, "Don't bury him up the road now. You won't like what comes out of the ground."
It's just so fucking stupid. He's just like,
And then like that gives him the idea to do it, and obviously nothing happens. But then Butters finally can go home at the end, and they think that Butters is the undead.
Yeah.
So they're not letting him in the house when he finally gets in. They chain him up in the basement.
Yeah.
And what's funny is like they do all this weird stuff because like one, they think that their kid has come back from the dead, so their first thought is like, all right, we're gonna chain him up in the basement. But they go through the trouble of taking off his shirt, and they chain him up by his neck, and it's got chains all around him, and then he needs to eat. So then they have like a drapery person come in, and they kill a drapery person, scoot it over to Butters.
oh my! I fucking remember. I haven't seen South Park in forever, but I remember this fucking episode.
And they're like, feed. And my favorite line that he's probably ever said was, "Can I just have some SpaghettiOs?"
I fucking hate Butters.
I love Butters. Have you guys been watching the new season?
No, I don't watch.
It's
South Park.
fucking great.
Angel.
Watch South Park. What the fuck's wrong with
I
you?
don't like it anymore. I'm not.
Am I the only one trying?
I'm not 10.
True. It's, you know what? You don't get it. That's
Angel,
fine. Angel, what's yours?
What's my next movie?
Yeah.
No,
Blood.
what's your next?
Take your time.
Fucking quantum theory break.
Yeah.
Well, I can go on.
No,
for days.
fucking don't.
Blood
What
Diner.
are your thoughts on Quantum Leap?
The mind is
The-
a powerful
My name is
thing.
Bond. James Bond.
I'm trying to be the
James
next.
Bond from the
Wait,
South.
did you say Blood Diamond?
No,
Oh,
no, no.
That's
No,
a
I can't.
great horror movie.
It's a good movie though. Blood Diner.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
Only me and him seen this movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen
It's a good one.
it. Is it?
I talked about it once on the podcast.
I think you did.
You literally see
mean,
a
I
girl
know you
get
did.
her head fried,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, I
then
remember
he
this.
takes a shovel and hits her head, and her head fucking pops off. It's just a big puffball.
That's
a
hilarious.
fried
That's
shit.
pretty freaking brutal.
Yeah,
And
it's a-
campy. It's really.
It's
campy.
one of those special effect movies that are like it came from the '80s, and it definitely shows. And
it's just a fast food joint of just people body parts.
Yeah.
People are just eating it regularly.
I've been meaning to watch this because the last time you guys talked about it, I don't know if it was both of you or just you. It sounded interesting.
probably just me.
I feel like I need to watch
It
it.
might be on Hulu or
Maybe.
Shudder.
It was on Shudder,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we don't have that anymore.
no, we don't got that. That's not in the budget.
We gotta send an email out.
But any reason in particular why you like the Blood Diner over there, Angel?
because it's a weird concept for a movie that fast food and you got your average unhealthy American like walking in there and like they don't care enough to know what kind of content's in their food
Mm-hmm.
and it's like they're eating some guys
So it's like a weird commentary
Liver.
on the fast food industry.
yeah,
A little bit.
yeah, it's like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'd have to watch it.
In
I
the
like-
words of Angel, it's
I like-
fucking weird.
And if
I
it's
like,
weird from Angel, it's
And
weird.
I
it's got a sick vibe
The
too.
use of
Oh, the vibes.
I agree.
I like the.
It's poorly
the
acted.
ambient.
And the ambience.
The ambience.
no,
is
no,
cool.
no, no. The ambient.
The ambient.
The
the
ambient.
ambient.
The
Fucking just
Amberland.
getting
The
fucked up.
ambulance.
Jake, what is another film? You're gonna do You said Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, I
earlier.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't go into Pumpkinhead, but Pumpkinhead's another good one.
I think that
I-
franchise should never stop.
I actually just watched the first one again like a week ago.
About
a
week ago.
It's on Hulu. Really love it. Bishop from Aliens in it.
Yeah.
And it's just like this, like, it's just super like cheesy and campy. The whole like the city kids coming to the country to
Typical.
camp out, and like they randomly kill this guy's kid with their fucking dirt bike, and so he wants revenge. And so, obviously, this whole town just knows of this weird old lady who can raise this monster from the dead, because that just happens all the time.
Of course, she's wise,
And so
elderly, and feeble.
he has to, you have to give you have to know the face and a name or whatever, and give him a name. And then some of your blood, and you are basically connected with Pumpkinhead. So you can kind of see anytime, and he ends up having to kill himself to stop Pumpkinhead.
Uh huh.
And
fired.
George is leaving to go pee.
ugh.
But no, Pumpkinhead's weird.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
it's super weird, and it's a good movie. And then what's funny is like, I'm a sucker for
Didn't even close the fucking door.
oh
He
god,
did that for a reason.
Oh, true.
I'm a sucker for like background
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. So like in the second and third movies, they actually go a little bit more into the history of Pumpkinhead and like what made him like Pumpkinhead's basically this witch's son who was born like deformed and shitty. And if I remember correctly, I haven't watched the second and third one in a long time. If I remember correctly, the kids in town actually bullied the fuck out of him and ended up pushing him down the well he's buried in. And that's why you got to climb up into that well thing.
I like background. Like
Yeah, no, that's I love the background of it. So the rest of the movies basically all follow that same formula. Something gets fucked up, someone calls upon Pumpkinhead, then they realize, fuck, we shouldn't have called upon Pumpkinhead.
Now we got to put Pumpkinhead back in the well.
Now we got to put Pumpkinhead
Oh.
back in the well, and then like when he's full like force Pumpkinhead, he kind of resembles Alien.
Yeah.
Um,
you get the xenomorph vibe.
but like
from him
when
With the Crypt Keeper
but
face.
yeah,
Yeah.
with a Crypt Keeper
If
face.
if Crypt Keeper and Xenomorph had a baby, it's Pumpkinhead.
That
Yeah.
would be weird to watch.
Which they try to do in Alien Resurrection.
Oh, you know what?
With the baby alien.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks
does.
exactly like Pumpkinhead a little
Yeah,
bit.
no, it does actually. But when Pumpkinhead is like,
I'm putting this on the record. I'm killing George.
when he comes back down, he does look like this weird fetal.
Yeah, I agree.
You're fucking dead to me.
George,
Yeah, you know we get all that reverb from all that shit out there.
all those people studying.
Was it bad?
But no,
No.
it wasn't that bad. It's fine.
Oh wow!
I'm just being a bitch.
Sometimes you gotta bleed the weedle.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta
Did
do
you
what you
shake
gotta
it?
do. But the cool thing about like I like Jesus Christ, 60s, 80s, and 90s.
Dude,
horror.
What is
Dude,
wrong with you?
I just love 60s
You cannot
horror.
numbers today.
I can't. My day is gone. But 80s and 90s horror has always been fun because like slasher movies were really comical
Yeah.
to some extent. Like one of my other picks was Scream. And
That
Scream's-
one's the complete love letter to horror movies, and it is comical for the sake of making fun of the horror tropes of slasher films.
Like the fact when the principal opens the door and he's like jackasses, and
Yeah.
the janitor has long hair and a red and green striped sweater
it's
mopping. It's Freddy. Like it's,
Yeah, 'cause
it's
of
just
Wes
the love.
Craven.
Yeah, it's Wes Craven. I just love the gimmicks of not knowing who it is because that is another thing about serial killers. You don't know who it is, and it could be anyone.
And with all the movies I've followed, that was kind of its like cool gimmick, like how it should be in a slasher film.
Yeah,
Like when
you
it comes
should
to
know.
like just a teenage story, it's like you're trying to find out who the killer is.
Yeah,
And it's always a fun little treat when you find out who it is, and you're like,
yeah.
it's like the last person you expected. Like you're like,
And
it is him, but it's like it could be someone else though.
Yeah,
Great
and that's
first
why I've
cast.
always loved Scream, the series and the TV
Yeah.
series because it makes you guess, which is fun.
I'm fucking dying here.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what the thing is like. 80s, 90s horror was a lot of fun. You had, Friday the 13th
Yeah.
series coming out. You had Leatherface movies. You had Halloween, Krueger, Ghostface. I mean,
Ghostface Killer.
we
And
didn't
not
name
from-
so many. Monster Squad's in there, which is funny. It's a love letter in itself to
Yeah.
the original monsters who were becoming more obsolete in that time of cinema.
I agree.
So like it was a lot of fun to see, cool representations of, Frankenstein's monster, Wolfman the Mummy, and Dracula.
Mhm.
But then you get movies like Candyman.
Yeah,
That was cool and original in its own self.
it was the
And
The-
prom
the-
queen.
oh
and
my
Prom
god.
Queen. I mean, yeah,
All
no,
right.
you're right.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Jamie Lee
young,
Curtis
young
was,
as heck. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing. And then what other movies like, the bizarre sci-fi. I'm pretty sure there was a couple Godzilla movies.
Yeah, oh
in the
definitely
80s
in the
and
80s.
80s.
80s is when he started looking cool.
Yeah. But
Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla.
there's a lot there.
Gojira.
Of course, we can't discuss all of them. We'd be here forever.
No,
I
but-
want to be.
That wish.
That wish though.
But these are movies like we all love. Like every single of those movies we've talked about, except for like Blood Diner and Pumpkinhead. I haven't really seen a lot of it. I've seen parts of bits of Pumpkinhead.
Lost Boys in '87.
Lost Boys. I mean,
So that's a good segment to my
fun
movie.
fact, I was just a couple weeks ago while I was in Santa Cruz, California. I was visited the Lost Boys. The scenes. I visited the
Yeah.
Lost Boys Bridge.
oh really?
Yeah, it was
cool.
fun. Yeah,
That's
Santa,
awesome.
Santa Cruz, California.
Cool vampire movies in the 80s. I picked Fright Night.
Friday Night.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite 80s.
Friday Night
Like,
has a really cool werewolf transformation. scene.
Yes.
No, it's not really cool, but it's weird
yeah.
because he's a wolf. He's an actual wolf when he attacks the old man.
Wolf.
And then he kind of like transforms into like this wolf half human, and that's a good point that Jake wanted to bring up. 2 weeks ago when we talked.
I have this thing where I want to know.
Hold on,
if-
hold on before you ask your question. If you know the answer to this, tell us.
Yeah, like either at me on Twitter or at Horror Junkies. I want to know.
We need to get some basis on this.
I want everyone's thoughts on it. When you're a werewolf and you're transforming, like whether it be Werewolf in London or Teen Wolf,
Yeah. God.
whatever,
or Lupin.
or
Or Twilight.
yeah, whatever you are, whatever you're doing. Like, no, I'm talking more. I'm not Twilight because
Ginger snaps.
they're turning into like actual big wolves.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I'm talking like you're
These fucking hind legs,
Hi-
long snout,
Lupin.
massive.
you're,
Lupin and Harry
Lupin
Potter.
was a very
Yeah.
scary.
He was He was a
So-
creepy ass werewolf.
if when you transform and you're a male, do you have a dog dick or do you have a human dick? And I want to know this really
Oh my
bad.
I would feel like you would have a wolf dick because you become a wolf, but I
What is
don't.
it,
I
just
don't
gets
know.
hairier?
Okay,
Maybe,
no,
maybe
I
it just gets hairier.
Dude, honestly, no. I say
Do you get the red
Wolf,
rocket?
no, you get the wolf dick, human balls.
It's a nice blend of two. I like that.
So if George turns into a werewolf, his balls are still going to be black?
Yeah.
Actually, you weren't there for that. We'll
what?
talk about that.
We'll talk
later.
about that later. But no, I think I don't know.
The fuck happened?
The only thing I do know is that
Your balls ain't black no more.
in Monster
No,
Squad,
they ain't.
in Monster Squad, they fucking
I'll show you
they
pictures.
kick Wolfman in the dick and he falls. So he's got shit there.
But that's Wolfman, not werewolf.
I mean, it was a werewolf. I don't know if they called him Wolfman or not in the movie.
Well, that's what I mean. Like you're
Wolfman, werewolf, same
you
thing.
are half man, half wolf. So where does it cut off? And like where are you?
A dick in
man?
the balls.
Yeah,
The
where
shaft in
where
the
are you
balls.
man? Where are you wolf? So if you got because usually werewolves will have like a kind of bare chest and then fur all around it.
Like a
Maybe
Viking?
it depends on who you are.
We ask the hard questions here at Horror Junkies podcast,
We like to get down to the nit and gritty.
and even down to nits and pieces of like, what kind of monster dick does this monster have?
Does Frankenstein's monster have a
the
very
real
long?
question is, okay, cool, werewolf, have human, have like.
But what's his dick look
Actually,
like?
What's
the
it-
answer
what's that
to
dick like?
is in the movie Young Frankenstein. Obviously, if his arms and legs are of extreme stature, he would obviously have to have a huge dick.
I hope he has a small one. That makes it even funnier.
But if it goes smaller to bigger, it's still big, ain't it?
True.
But it is canon in
Maybe he's just a
in that
grower,
movie,
not a shower.
Yeah, he has a huge dick.
Awesome.
I just want
That's
everyone
amazing.
to know that the Frankenstein's monster in Young Frankenstein has a huge dick.
I know what you're about to do, Patrick.
Fright Night.
No, we're not talking about
Fright Night is a great 80s movie. Hands
I
down,
like
one of the
ambiance.
best.
Oh, okay. First of all, if we're talking about great fucking 80s movies like
Did you
that,
just say
Alien.
ambiance again?
Yeah, Alien came
Aliens
out
in
79.
70s.
Aliens.
Aliens
Alien.
is 80s.
No, Aliens.
Aliens is the 80s.
That's what I meant.
More of an action movie than a horror movie.
Italian.
I agree.
But it is a horror movie still.
But
But
we
no-
also did a whole
Must say-
podcast on it.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
also
yeah.
did a whole
Yes.
podcast on it.
How did we mention?
But
We're
what I
doing
was-
movies we didn't mention, like Lost
Yeah.
Boys. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
I like that vampire. That's another good 80s horror movie.
But
You're welcome.
yeah, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
for that, George.
And
I think
here's
that's-
Angel with the Weather.
Yeah. Yep, there it
It's
is.
raining.
It's raining. It's raining sideways.
And there you have it, folks.
It rained
Outside,
earlier.
if you go, you're gonna get a bunch of.
Rain.
Is that everyone's movies?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's a good compiled list for the monsters.
Yeah, we didn't
since-
mention the big ones because we're probably gonna have a podcast for them.
Oh yeah,
for them.
I didn't want to focus a lot more on like Jason and all the. because
Honestly,
we do wanna
honestly, like
dedicate
I'm
a show
almost
on
glad
them.
that like everybody kind of like chose something
Stayed
against the
away from
grain.
it.
Like you
Yeah,
know, it
because
was.
that's another thing is I didn't want to do that because everyone always talks about Leatherface, Jason, Freddy. Like let's talk about.
We still
'cause
talked
there
about
are-
Freddy. Thanks, Angel.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you,
just
Angel.
kidding.
That's why I was really
damn it.
iffy
But,
about
like,
it.
the
And then
thing
you guys
is-
were like, well, what do you like about it?
Well, what do you?
And
Well,
then
I
I told
mean-
you.
podcast.
And like
Yeah.
even then, like Chucky's kind of one of them, but I was like, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right
but
at Chucky.
yeah.
he's not like a.
Because the sexy.
Well, what I like is that hopefully, hopefully we actually gave some people a few things to like go watch. Like,
hopefully,
Well, you
Yeah.
definitely did with your D. Snyder ass, pumpkin head ass, fucking.
Well, yeah.
Strangeland.
yeah, like I mean, like that's what I love about some stuff like that is like you hear about something you're like, oh shit, I need to go watch it.
Exactly.
And
I mean-
now you can form your own opinion on what you think
Yeah.
about D. Snyder.
Because sometimes you think about older movies and like our generation, like sometimes those kids don't watch those movies because they're like, oh, it looks bad or it looks
Yeah.
like it
because it looks cheesy.
exactly.
Or they see-
Because
the-
they kind of are.
yeah, well they are.
Or they see the remake and they're like, "Oh, that was shit." So
Yeah.
the original must be
Well,
shit.
well, that's almost going back to like honestly, I've used this comparison way too much tonight. But I was like,
Is that how you
there's
frick?
there's the casual viewers, and then there's the fucking dumbass, smelly nerds like us, where like
I'm
we
not smelly,
take things
dude.
and like we just
I forget that they can see out
yeah,
there.
yeah.
like
Keep doing it.
I just totally forgot that's not a one-way mirror. And now
it's one of those things where like you have the casual viewers who don't really dip into this kind of like genre, and you know they take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
But then there's people like us that like
We're just not
everything
gonna
we
tell the audience what you're
appreciate,
doing.
every fucking
yeah,
aspect of it,
Exactly.
and we analyze every aspect of it just because it's what we do.
exactly. It's what
So,
we
It's
do.
what we fucking do on here.
Tagline,
On the
it's
Horror
what we do.
Junkies, the HA, you know what I'm saying? Them hand jibbers, what's up?
I'm done. I quit. He made me quit. All right, but no, let's
no more
my-
podcasts.
Oh wait, Mike quits. It's my show now.
Damn.
Nope.
bitch.
Done.
It's mine now.
Second Mike leaves, we're done with the podcast.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa! I will keep this alive.
No.
All right. So like that was just what I was saying. Like there's hopefully what Jake like going on more what Jake was saying is hopefully You know, if you haven't watched these movies, check them out because they are out there. There are great movies from the start of this month, from the 1900s, all up into the 1999s that we're up to now. You know, there are great movies. There are movies that you may have never even heard of that are fantastic. Just because when it comes to this horror, those decades, you think of the icons: Krueger, Jason, Leatherface, Michael Myers, and Child's Play, kind of.
Chucky. His name is
Ghostface. I mean, we did a poll when I was asking people who their favorite killer from the 80s and 90s, and
It's the guy from Scary Movie.
Ghostface got like 11% out of like 50 votes. He
That
got
was
the
supposed to be the
least.
original name of that movie, by the way.
What, Scary Movie?
Yeah, Scream was supposed to be
Really?
called Scary Movie.
Yeah. Which is funny that they made.
Yeah, and then they
movies
made
called
then-
Scary Movie. But you know, the winners, the higher ups were Jason, Krueger, and Michael Myers. So it shows you where people stand on horror cinema at that time. But when it comes to like obscure shit, like I don't think Scream did like amazing in box office. I can't remember. Off the
No,
top.
it made money.
It did make money.
Yeah.
It's just that no one really liked
You know what
him.
it was? It was Drew Barrymore being in the movie that pulled a lot of people. Well,
Drew Barrymore does not exist outside of the movie E.T., and I will believe nothing else. Okay.
Okay.
She
She was a
didn't-
little
she didn't
girl.
She didn't make anything else. She was never in any Adam Sandler movies.
so she
Nothing
gets
happened.
fucked by a knife and fucking Scream
Nothing
right in the chest
happened.
and gets hung on a fucking tree.
And that's not real.
Yeah.
Nope.
But what I'm trying to say is that people, the whole point of this month is to talk about shit that you probably haven't heard of or you heard of and heard our voice on
Just
it.
because it's not Blockbuster
Exactly.
doesn't mean it's not amazing.
Spell that.
Exactly. So that's
they went out of
gonna
business.
be, I think, it for the show. We went way over. It's a long one. Sorry about that, people out there.
Did you watch American Horror Story yet?
They're gonna love it.
Yeah, no, it's funny. This episode's been hilarious. It's
might-
always fun time having George and Jake on the show.
I hope we listen to this and it's not funny at all.
Yeah, it's just like we listen to it, we're like, what the fuck?
Just abnormal screaming.
Yeah. But
It's
as
just a bunch
usual,
of
guys, hit us up on Instagram and Twitter at HorrorJunkiesFL. Shoot us an email if you want at horrorjunkiesfl@gmail.com. Talk to us. Tell us your weird things. Share art with us. We'll talk about it. We like art here. It's cool.
Give me money so I can make body pillow, anime girl
Support
body
Patrick
pillows.
and body pillows.
Hey, let's get
with
more
mics.
fan interaction so we can start including them in the show.
Yeah, like there's a couple of things I'm working on. Like
We're
I said,
trying.
We're trying.
Every day we're like, hey, fucking talk to us.
Yo, I want to do a segment where we read tweets.
Oh God,
We don't
no.
get those.
No God.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
This-
we
no.
need
Yeah, but
to
if we
start
make that
getting
a
them.
thing, people will start.
All right, I'll start it off.
No.
Y'all suck.
All right.
That's going to be a lot of that.
Give me money for my Deliverance
Pepsi.
musical.
Jeez, yeah, there it is. The plug for Deliverance the musical. But yeah, guys, hit
And
us
my
up,
R&B.
follow us on Twitter and shit. Send us anything you want to send us. Come check us out at Spooky Empire on October 28th. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna talk about a lot of weird stuff, vintage.
I'm gonna get on that panel one way or another.
One
Jorge
way
is
or
gonna fucking.
It's gonna-
You should come in a penguin suit.
It's gonna focus more on vintage
go in my Dora
horror
costume.
and modern horror. So we're gonna talk about a lot of differences in the world of horror in that time frame. So come hang out with us. But other than that, thank you for listening. This has been another episode of the Horror Junkies. It's been fucking weird.
It's one of the craziest episodes we
Probably.
Literally.
As usual, guys, I'm Mike.
had. I'm Pat.
I'm Angel.
I'm Jorge and I love you guys.
And I'm Jake.
Yep.
I still love you guys.
Stay weird.
Stay tuned to watch us
Stay smelly.
talk about Jake's dick on the next episode.
You've been listening to the Phantom Podcast Network on DownrightCreepy.com. Follow us on iTunes and SoundCloud for more creepy shows.